Day one of my internship is officially done. It was actually really nice, really nice. It was really just an orientation with interns from all over the company in different divisions. So you have the data science and engineering team. You also have like maybe HR. You have legal. You have finance, different stuff like that. So you have interns from all over. There's another person who I think is also in my band. So I got to know him. Really cool dude. He was here last year. So we awesome. Got to connect with him. But yeah, really excited. I think it's really cool. I've already talked about this, but it's next by to the hotel and the apartment, even closer to the apartment. So that's really nice. The first day of like actually working with my team is starting tomorrow. Um, but on that note though, like on like the internship stuff aside, I feel like it's weird. Like after I finish like my day job wherever and I come back to my hotel, it's kind of like I'm getting used to that empty space because like it's just so much time. Like I'm in the hotel, I'm just like, dang, I really didn't realize how much time I have to myself. And it's a nice hotel. Don't get me wrong. I really like the hotel. I have breakfast covered. That's awesome. There's a beach like 17 minutes away. I stopped by today. Got like a token thingy. Yeah, really cool place. But there's just so much time, and it's like not that I don't want the time. It's just like it's getting used to that time. That's something I think is going to be interesting to see what I do with it. For instance, what I did today, like after I got back from work, I think I goofed off a bit. Went to the beach, just to see what it looked like to get an idea of if I'll come here and just like rest or like chill, which I definitely think I'll do. I came back and then I just went straight to like working on WTM. What's the move? The app startup project, whatever I want to call it in the future. And got like some of the wireframing done. I kind of locked down that because I remember I talked about how I feel like the project isn't moving fast enough. Did a quick sprint with that, if you can call it a sprint, and then ordered ordered Wingstop. I ordered way too much food. I had to like call my lunch dinner as well, and I just had to like stop eating altogether. I'm still full. I'm still in my stomach. Um, but yeah, and then that was pretty much it. Like, I just like after I ate the Wingstop, I just felt tired for the whole day. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's like that. I want to make more use of my time, and obviously, like in between, I also did like my SQL practice, so I can just be rehashing my SQL skills. But yeah, I think I want to try and like be more disciplined because I think the more free time I have to myself, where I don't have stuff going, I just become like, my brain just switches off for like 30 minutes to an hour or 2 hour duration, which isn't the best. Um, but yeah, so I want to be more disciplined with that. There is a gym in the hotel, so while I'm in the hotel, I can start going to the gym. And I don't think there's that many people in this hotel. I don't think there's that many young people in this hotel, so I feel like I can't have the gym to myself. So this is the perfect time to go. I think after work, I'll just go to the gym. I'll continue working on WTM. The wireframe is almost done. What I'm going to do with the wireframing now before I even like show on screen because that's going to take some time in terms of editing. What I'm going to do with the wireframe, I have a friend who I want to show it to. I think I can get immediate feedback with that. I do want to try and see if I can get feedback from more people. I'm just going to stick with the friend now. Okay, if I start worrying about trying to increase the feedback, I'm going to waste time on that. I just want to get some feedback on the wireframing, the initial wireframing, and then from there, see if there's any initial confusion, if there's any ideas that can be brought from that conversation. And from that conversation, start actually working on high to make an actual mock-up of the user interface or user design, whatever, and then start coding from there. Since I'm trying to get the MVP done, I imagine a lot of this is going to be a mix of just a lot of vibe coding. I hate saying vibe coding, but a lot of vibe coding, and yeah. Um, One thing I will note, like that, I'm done with that whole conversation. But one thing I will note is that something I've been realizing more and more is that my relationship with AI is really interesting because as much as like I think I love that AI field. I'm trying to like, get more and more into it from looking more into machine learning into from looking into like the research aspect of it. Um, I don't think I use AI that well. I think a part of it is an ego thing. I think it's because of like the way I was brought up in like high school, where it's like AI is like a bad thing, right? And that's a very simplistic view of it. But then I think as I'm growing older and seeing oh, we have to attribute this to my mom because you did give a good point about it. Because with AI, there's a bunch of hallucinations. There's times when the model just can't be trustworthy. Like You can look back as far as like the most recent update with ChatGPT and this really the model that was really nice to you, like overly nice, to the point it was detrimental. Um, but AI is also very helpful. I don't feel like I tap into like at least 1% of that usefulness. Even from the way I make my prompts, I'm very lazy with my prompts. So that's something I'm trying to do more. And actually like using prompts properly. So one thing I did in this like one easy change to current and just rack up some points was I actually I assign roles to the AI more just so it's like easier. Like instead of just trying to say, hey, what do you think of this? I don't like try and have that whole conversation as if I'm like talking with a friend. I treat it as an AI and treat it as an agent to get the most use of it. I think that's something I want to be more intentional about. 'Cause I do think I'm lacking on that end. As much as I talk about AI, I don't um how much of that like talking that I actually put into use of when I'm actually like doing projects or trying to get ideas from AI, like vibe coding for instance. So that's something I'm exploring more now. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the sum of it. So I did my first day of the internship. That's all free time, so I'm gonna try and figure out how to block out that free time to get the most use out of it, and all of this like have enjoyment and relaxation. But also, I'm also improving my prompt engineering skills and just how I use AI in general. But besides, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.